So, I have just finished the Shrao No.2. Now this is probably easily one of the nicest knives I've made so far. It's definitely a step in the right direction of what I want to be doing. It has, orange liners, the two-tone finish, and just overall, not perfect, but almost perfect fit and finish with the tolerances of the handle, the bevels. The bevels in this one is almost perfect, and the scratch pattern is almost perfect too, but there's still like some imperfections around the whole knife. But yes, we're getting really close. So this is the sheath for it, just a simple Kydex sheath, slides into place, won't fall out. But since this one doesn't really have a notch here, it doesn't have as much grip, so you rely more on the friction of the fit, not a really locking mechanism. But this one's actually pretty decent. So the Shrao No.2, I've made one of these last year in December, and that was for my aunt. This one is for a gentleman in the USA, and I love it. It is quite nice. So I haven't really done a video on knives in a long time. Last time I did one was, I believe, the Tokyo Stinger test. That one was quite a long time ago. It was like January. So I've been making a whole bunch. A lot of my knives nowadays are going to be having this fit and finish, because this is really what I'm looking for when it comes to my design parameters. I want it to be elegant, classy, but not too classy to the point where you wouldn't want to use it. This is still something you'd use. This is still something you'd beat on and just use every day. It's a very utilitarian design, very simple, and I'll be applying this to the future Tokyo Stingers that I'm working on. But this is more of a basic design. It's not really my favorite, but it's still pretty nice to me. I really love the way this turned out. It is quite nice. Look at that. I'll do some close-ups now. Yeah, it is quite nice. Forgive me if there's any fingerprint smudges or anything, but yeah, that's that. Here we have the Riveraedge. Is it the Riveraedge logo in No.2 for the second Shrao ever made. So yes, that is that. I really like this. This is something that I've always wanted to produce. I've always wanted to have this two-tone finish, because the last knives I made, they all had satin on them, because that was my client's request, satin. So this time around, it is up to me, and I put a polished bevel. I did this with a cork belt. It's on 120 grit with various surface conditioning belts, silky smooth finish. I'll probably switch it out for Trizact and then go with the surface conditioning belts, because you can still see it's still a little bit rough. So I don't really like the way that fully turned out, but it's still pretty decent. So that's that. But yeah, the Shrao No.2, this thing is it. This is only going uphill from now on. So I just show you guys what I've been working on. And the sheath, nice and fit. It's not gonna fall out. Yeah, it's a little scary doing that, because if it just falls out. But yeah, that's not falling out, and it's secure into place. So yeah, that's the sheath. The sheath is pretty basic. Kydex sheets are pretty basic. So I'm not really sure I'm ever gonna do leather, because leather is not really rugged enough for my tastes, unless it's like beeswax infused leather. But we'll see what happens in the future. That is that. Nice. Yes, so I'll be doing much more videos up soon, and thank you guys so much for watching. But yeah, that's all.